I am Chairman Mike Patnode, and I hereby call to order the June 11, 2020 meeting of the Kingston Springs Regional Planning Commission. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and in accordance with Governor Bill Lee's Executive Order 16, this meeting is being conducted with no physical public access. The meeting is being made available, however, to public participants via live stream video on the Zoom application. So now I'm going to have a roll call. Keith Allgood?
Present.
Tony Campbell, absent. Tom Cullen? Absent. Tony Gross?
Here.
Brian McCain?
Here.
Mike Patnode here. Glenn Remick?
Here.
Chuck Slater?
Here.
Bob Stoller?
Here.
And non-voting staff. Sharon Armstrong?
Here.
John Lawless?
Here.
And we have Martha Brooke in for Jennifer No.
Here.
Thank you, Martha Brooke. And Brittany Stanley.
Here.
Okay. So we have a quorum. And now I have to say this. The Kingston Springs Regional Planning Commission finds that conducting the meeting by electronic means is necessary to protect the public health, safety, and welfare in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. So at this time, I request a motion that the commission find it necessary to take a roll call vote.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, and I guess I have to take a roll call vote. So Keith Allgood?
Yes.
Tony Gross?
Yes.
Tony Campbell and Tom Cullen are absent. Brian McCain?
Tom
Yes.
popped in.
Tom Cullen's in.
Tom just joined us.
Okay, Tom, so we're voting that we're conducting this meeting by electronic means because of the pandemic. And we have a motion and a second. Do you agree?
Agree.
Okay, Mike Patnode, yes. Brian McCain, I don't remember if you voted.
Yes.
Okay, Glenn Remick,
Yes.
Chuck Slater,
Yes.
and Bob Stoller.
Yes.
Okay, so the motion carries. And you all have before you in your packets the May 14, 2020 Planning Commission meeting minutes. Do we have a motion?
So moved. Second, Tony.
Okay, and back to the roll call. Can you slide it up, John, for the call? Thanks.
Yes.
Keith Allgood.
Yes.
Tony Campbell absent. Tom Cullen.
Yes.
Tony Gross.
Yes.
Brian McCain.
Yes.
Mike Patnode, yes. Glenn Remick.
Yes.
Chuck Slater.
Yes.
And Bob Stoller.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, John. Okay, and you have the today's Planning Commission meeting agenda before you, June 11, 2020. Do we have a motion to approve it?
Move to approve. Second,
Second.
Tony.
Okay. And Keith Allgood.
Yes.
Tony Campbell, not here. Tom Cullen.
Yes.
Tony Gross.
Yes.
Brian McCain.
Yes.
Mike Patnode, yes. Glenn Remick.
Yes.
Chuck Slater.
Yes.
And Bob Stoller.
Yes.
Okay, so the meeting agenda is approved. We have no old business. Under new business, we're showing one item, and that is the final plat revision combining two lots, Harpeth Hills Drive, map 96M, Group A, parcels 18.0 and 18.01. Any discussion on that?
The property owner, Mr. Chairman, owns both lots. They are simply combining the two lots together into one lot. It meets and exceeds all of our requirements for the combination of two lots.
Okay. Do we have any questions for Ms. Armstrong?
Did that flood during the 2010 issue?
Yes.
It did. It flooded on the vacant lot.
Which is now going to be part of the combined lot.
That is correct. In combining it, Mr. Cullen, it will reduce the likelihood of flooding because nothing else can be built. It's not a separate lot containing a flood area.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
I have no idea why he wanted to combine the lots, but there's no arguing with him. If they want to do it, let them do it. Type situation.
Okay,
Observation, Mr. McCain, we'll need to verify that there is no 911 address issued to the vacant lot so that they can get one address for emergency response.
Okay.
do we have a motion to combine these lots?
Motion.
Second, Tony.
Okay. So we have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? Are there any other questions?
Mr. McCain will need to recuse himself from the vote.
Okay. So here goes the vote. Keith Allgood,
Yes.
Tony Campbell's absent, Tom Cullen,
Yes.
Tony Gross,
Yes.
and Brian McCain is recused from this vote. Mike Patno, yes. Glenn Remick,
Yes.
Chuck Slater,
Yes.
Bob Stoller.
Yes.
So the motion passes. Is there any other business, John?
No, sir.
Okay. Or does anybody else have any questions before we adjourn this meeting?
I have a question. What's Tony Campbell's status?
I spoke with
No.
I spoke with him just a little bit ago. He's at home. He sounded very good on the phone. He was having some technical difficulties, and that's the only reason he's not joining us this evening. He said he would look forward to see us next month.
Okay, so his health is as good as to be expected?
I do believe so.
I saw him last Saturday, and he seemed. Am I on? I don't know if I'm on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're on. You're on.
He seemed to be doing okay. I think he is still having some struggles with his health, and so is Ronnie right now. So need to keep an eye on him. But he was on the front porch talking to Tony Thompson, and I walked over and said I heard there was a Tony convention, so I joined in for a little while, and he seemed to be the same old Tony. So, but he is having some struggles.
Thank
Okay.
you for the information.
Yeah, thank you, Tony. Any other questions or comments before we close the meeting? Okay, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
And a
Second.
second. And any opposed? Okay, meeting's adjourned.